Empress of Clarity, here to bring you a collective energy reading. I hope everybody is doing well. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment in the comment section. Let me know if the reading resonates with you. Hope everybody is doing great. We about to get this thing crack-a-lacking, and it's going to be good. So I got some pre-written channel messages because I don't know, sometimes when I get a download, I got to record it so I can not forget it, because that's the one thing I don't like doing is forgetting what I want to tell y'all. There we go. All right, so we ready to get this thing cracking? Are you ready for the message? And I have to give you, we're going to clarify the pre-shuffle cards. But anyway, Soul Tribe, welcome back to the channel. This is a collective reading for those of you who are dealing with or have dealt with someone who plays serious mental and emotional games. What up, sis? What's going on? Lati. This is so this tonight's reading is about someone who has learned manipulation from their family dynamic, mostly their mother, and now they try to use those same tactics on you. But here's the thing, it's not working. Hey, Michelle, what's going on? And now it's not working on you. Spirit is protecting you, and they're getting hit with karma every time they try. So we're going to get into the cards, all right? Please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell. That way you're notified every time I come on. All right? Now, the pre-shuffle. Oh, let me just get these cards ready. The pre-shuffle was... Oh my gosh. And I even clarified these cards. And the same ones came out. So we had the Devil. We got the Devil. Where is it? Let me not go too fast. Hold on. Okay. Well, we did have Justice in reverse, but we got... Where is it? I just had this ready, right? The star. What the shit about star? Where is it? Where is it? Five of Wands. Yes, we had the Five of Wands earlier. Oh, we did have Justice. My bad. So what's good with y'all? What's new in your life? What's the... Oh, Justice, duh, right here. What's good with y'all? Talk to me. Oh, Six of Swords, we did have that. Oh, right there in my hand. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Yep, Nine of Pentacles. That not... Listen. That 9-9 portal ain't no joke, okay? That 9-9 portal is everything. Everything is changing. It's downstairs on that white thing by the foot of my bed. It's a bunch of colors. Seven of Swords, y'all. You hanging in there? That's good. That's what's up. That's what's up. High Priestess energy. Where's she at? So that 9-9 portal, listen, I was just listening to earlier today, what's her name? Empress T. And she was talking about the 9-9 portal as well. Because I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, when I got the download, I was like, it's the ninth. Wait a minute, it's the ninth month. I said, wait a minute, in the ninth year, this is the 9-9 portal. You know what I'm saying? Black Cherry, I just see you. I just seen you. The Lover's card, but I don't think that's what came out earlier. Except for the clarity. Bear with me, y'all. Just trying to get my pre-shuffle. I should have just left it out. Sometimes I leave my cards out, and sometimes I just snatch them up. And I snatched it up. So bear with me, because I'm missing one. The devil. What the hell is the devil? The devil. Oh, Wheel of Fortune. That was one of them. Page. Oh, there we go. Page of Swords. Whew. This one I had to, I had to record my thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Because this 9-9 portal is serious energy. Um, there's a lot of emotional decisions. I was sitting there, I was thinking about a situation that I have, and I was thinking, maybe I was thinking about somebody else is having endings, right? And then I was like, oh, maybe I'm the ending because I ain't worried about it no more. You feel me? Like maybe I'm the one that's ending, doing all the ending stuff. But sometimes that's what it be. You just ain't involved no more. Shut that door. So she want to know that that door downstairs is open, but she not getting it open because he's sleeping. Yeah, she like, no. I'm here. Get out, cat.
Listen, you hurting yourself. Shush.
Fussing. See ya. Okay. So, Spirit first gave me the devil energy. And the devil energy represents the toxic, manipulative behavior, addictions to control. Okay, so let me just go recap real quick before we get into it. So, this is a reading about someone who learned manipulation from their family dynamic or their mother. And now they try to use those same tactics on you, but it's not working. And spirit is protecting you. And they're getting hit with karma every time they try. So, all right, so we're about to get into it. The devil represents the manipulation, the toxic behaviors, and addiction to control. Right? We all know those people that just they got to do it their way. They got to have you their way. They can't, you know what I'm saying? It's like they have to have this what they perceive to be as a bond when it's really not. It's fake because it's not built on something consistent. It's not built on love. It's built on I want you. You know those back and forth relationships. The Seven of Wands is the sneaky behavior, the mind games, and the deception. You know, the Seven of Wands, sorry. Seven of Swords is known to be strategic, but it's really this energy coming out with the devil is about sneakiness, right? This person likes to put people in competition with the Five of Wands, provoking chaos, ego battles, right? Everybody fighting for what they think is the same thing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of little people pleasing and needing validation is mixed in there. This same person that is seeking control is watching, stalking, looking, curious, wanting to know what you got going on anytime. They're always spying and they're very immature with it. The high priestess is here because spirit already tells you what it is, right? Your inner knowing, your intuition is strong. But spirit also said, hold on now, quiet. That's that sacred silence, spiritual protection. You know what I'm saying? Because you minding your business, you pulling back your energy, gives them no access to attempt that control that this person really wants and desires, right? We got the Nine of Pentacles here. That represents independence and thriving after detachment. So after you let go of this individual, you are thriving, right? You don't need them. You don't require that bond. If anything, you wanted that person to get help for themselves. It ain't about you. You know what I mean? In the grand scheme of things, people think it's always about you. It's not. It's not. Um, but the Nine of Pentacles, you have independence from this person because you have detached. The Justice card is here. All right. So justice is the karma and the consequences. This person is, you know, spirit is spirit is protecting you and then giving you your blessings. Like every time they try it with you, they get it. And I feel like this person's ego is so big, they think, ha ha, nan nan, the boo boo, when they pick with you in some kind of way, when they're trying to keep that control over you in some way. And then they get smacked in the face. I told y'all about it before. It's that hard metal rake, you know what I'm saying? Somebody raking the grass with that hard metal rake, and they turn around and step on the rake, and the handle comes smack them in the face. That's the kind of karma they be getting every time they mess with a chosen one. The Six of Swords is here because you have moved on, chose to leave, let that go, choose peace. You pulling back your energy. You chose your peace over drama. And the Star is about healing, right? Hope, being divinely guided. Oh, I'm sorry, where the star at? Where my star at? I just had her out. It's about the healing, the hope. It's about the belief that things will get better. And I feel like that's you, beloved. That's you, soul tribe. You get me? You feel like things can only get better from here because you're not attached or um codependent on this person and their energy, right? Because some people they want that control, they really want that mind fuckery business, that Eight of Swords. You can't stop thinking about them. You can't, you know what I'm saying, take your eyes off of them. You can't you want to fight over them. No, it's not what we're doing. And the Wheel of Fortune is here. I'm gonna get to that star. But the Wheel of Fortune is here. Why? Because it's divine timing and karma. So this person got justice and they got divine timing. This person is going to meet, ooh, Spirit said they meeting their maker, but it's really, they're meeting their maker and through you. They're meeting the divine through you. Take it how it resonates. If it don't resonate, I get it. Don't take it. But I feel like they are stuck on you, stuck in their patterns, right? And overall energy is the three of swords energy. So, you know, you are being watched. This person has the evil eye on you. Really, that evil eye is connected to the devil energy, connected to control. Where is mine? Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna pull out another deck. Oh, about to sneeze. But Spirit said their karma is catching up with them. Like they can't outrun it. You know what I'm saying? Spirit said also this is an energy vampire slash like narcissist. You know, they're very vampiric in the way they do. They just suck the energy out of you, and you had to let this go. Um, Spirit said though, you are mine. You are the chosen one. Therefore, you are untouchable. So when you pulled your energy back and you sought peace, Spirit gave you peace because you sought the right thing. Um, and whatever they sent towards you has returned to them. All right. Spirit said with the devil and the seven of swords, this person is deeply manipulative. Um, and what's wild is they learn this behavior, right? They didn't come up on their own with it. Um, I see a toxic maternal figure, or like I said, or family dynamic, some type of family environment where emotional games, passive aggression, and psychological control were the norm. Like it's really some dark psychology type shit with them. This is like that generational toxicity. You know what I'm saying? Like this is how the mom grew up, and the mom before her grew. Like it spans a couple generations. They don't know how to connect in any other way, right? So this person, the immaturity because they lack that emotional maturity. Like this person didn't know how, they don't know how to grow up because this is that learned behavior. What's up, Carmen? They don't know how to grow up. Now, the Five of Wands, clarifying with the Page of Swords reverse, they post things online, on special occasions, holidays, things that might matter to you, just to get a reaction out of you. It's not coincidence, it's completely calculated. They want you to feel like you're in some sort of competition with whatever else they got going on. But the problem is you already left the game. Ain't no competition. You not fighting for this Six of Swords. You done moved on. All right. Now, your collective power. All right, beloved. It's the High Priest, Six of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. You have moved on. You pulled your energy back. You didn't announce it. You just left. It's like you left quietly. You know what I'm saying? You picked up your stuff and you moved on. You've become untouchable. The High Priestess shows you knew exactly what they were doing, but you chose silence, peace, and protection. Spirit guided you to detach, and now you're flourishing. Many of you have had situations where, it was a unhealthy dynamic. And rather than trying to duke it out and stay with the person and chase the person or, give them benefits for doubts, which we don't do here. On my collective don't do that. My soul tribe is not about giving benefits for doubts, right? Rather than do that, you pulled your energy back so spirit could protect you. But knowing that you pulled your energy back, you also pull any protection your spirit guides had with them because you are a chosen person. So now, with the Justice and the Wheel of Fortune, they have their karma is their obsession. You know what I'm saying? Now they're watching, spying, stalking on your pages, your channels or whatever, waiting to see if their games are working, trying to see if they got a reaction. But every time they poke at your energy, they get met with more karma. They're stuck in a loop. Like this person's in cycles, right? They just don't know how to leave. It's like they on a virtual, not a virtual, but almost like a real hamster wheel / cat wheel. I want to get one of those too on my cats. But anyway, it's like they want one of them cat wheels. It don't go nowhere. It just goes. It spins. It keeps them busy and exhausted. You know what I'm saying? And Spirit is helping them turn. Hey, Aya. Spirit is helping them turn the wheel, but it's not in their favor anymore. It's like running so fast on the wheel, and then they trip and they fall and they tumbling. That's their karma. They getting beat up, battered, and bruised. You know what I'm saying? And now we got the star with the oracle message. My oracle message is what I was telling y'all earlier. You are healing, rising, and glowing. You're being divinely protected from their projections, right? Spirit is saying they can't reach you anymore. What they meant for harm is working in your favor. You're not only protected, but you're being elevated. Any weapon formed against you will prosper. Get what I'm saying? All right. And now just keep in mind your peace is your power. You let them play their games. They're only playing themselves. They can't play you. They're playing themselves. You've already won by walking away. You know what I'm saying? If this is resonating, drop a star in the comments. All right. This person also, Spirit said, is constantly comparing you to their other person, right? So this person would like to see you in a third party, but you're not in a third party. It's in their minds. It's not you being active. If you're not dealing with this person, it's not you being active. It's them creating scenarios in their head. And some of them feel guilty for still having feelings for you and the other person that they're still connected to, but they're too weak to let go of the toxic ties. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's get into it. All right. Let's get into it. All right, tell me more, Spirit. So it says, my karmic keep asking about you because they know where I want to be, and it's not with the karmic. Again, this person feels guilty. They feel guilt for wanting to be with you because the karmic is basically like a Queen of Cups in reverse, and she tries to guilt this person about you. You know, her insecurity she projects on to them about you. All right. Oop. Oh, shit. Dropping stuff. Hold on. Yes, Spirit said that's the truth. Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups. This person cries over you. This person, Spirit said is the truth. Like their situation is bad. Like they have somebody who knows about you and is jealous of you and tries everything they can to guilt this person into not wanting you. I mean, you can't help that. They can't help that. The only thing you can do is draw back your power and protect your peace. But you can't even help that. He says, I want to take you away from everyone and everything so we can reconnect in peace. So this person feels like, you know, as you pull back, they're trying to pull you back in. And that's where all that manipulation is going. You know what I'm saying? Stop stalking, watching and gossiping. You know what I'm saying? They got third party situations with shallow connections. A lot of people that they deal with, they don't really resonate with. It's just some type of dry. I don't even know how you put it. Real shallow validation. You know what I'm saying? They looking for someone's approval they didn't get, and that's where the mother energy comes from, seeking that approval that they never got before. But that spirit, that Six of Swords is giving you the ability for that emotional detachment from their situation and that spiritual upgrade because you focusing on your peace. You know what I'm saying? And that independence, the Nine of Pentacles, is self worth and you're thriving, right? You don't need this person for anything. What's up, Tuesday? Hey, boo. Hey, babies. You don't need them for anything. You know what I'm saying? And with the star energy, you're protected, healing, and rising. So you may get garner a lot of attention. Spirits that do not dim your light for somebody that wants to suck you dry. Okay. Um. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Tell me more, spirit. Yeah, my karmic is miserable and wants to seek revenge because I don't want them and they treated him bad. So this person went head over heels, or it's like whoever the third party is, maybe they were there with them before, but it's maybe they have that one of those toxic wheels where they're in and out of the connection with this person. But every time they run back to that person head first, they don't think about, you know, what it is. It's really addictive, right? But at the same time, this person is still feeling like, well, I love the collector. I love my soul tribe. I love beloved. You know what I'm saying? They feel a lot of guilt and regret for having emotions for you, but being in that devil energy tied to that other person, which is the karmic partner. They're emotionally unavailable because they hide their emotions for sake of control, right? This person is going to be one of those people that is constantly ghosting if you will let them constantly ghost. But Spirit say y'all not letting this person constantly ghost you anymore. If they've done it, they're not doing it. Your glow up is painful for them to watch too. Spirit has blocked their access to you. So, you know, they watching you do your thing and it's like, well damn, I should be right there with them. You know what I'm saying? It says when I'm with you, I feel at peace. You are my home. Right. So they feel like they should be right next to you as you rise, as you ascend in your greatness. But they haven't earned a spot there because they're blocked emotionally. You know, and Spirit said with the devil seven of swords, this person didn't just wake up toxic. They were taught how to manipulate, how to guilt trip, and how to get attention by any means, most likely from a controlling or emotionally unavailable parent. They use social media to stir up old wounds. You know, this is the type of person that will want to connect to you and then post on your birthday or make cryptic posts that they feel like only you would understand. But guess what? You ain't falling for it. Because most of y'all are not paying that any attention. This person is just somebody you feel in your energy trying it because you know their tactics, you know their cycles, you know their loops, you know the things that they do. You get what I'm saying? All right. So the third party, Lord. That's what I was getting earlier. They compare you to the third party a lot. The third party is always feeling compare. The third party is in competition with you, but you are not in competition with them. The third party at one point was copycat energy. You know what I'm saying? Trying to disguise themselves in your energy with this person, but it doesn't work. Um, they feel guilty, but instead of facing that truth, they trying to juggle, and they really just juggling their emotions. They're not juggling you. They wear different masks. They have different expectations depending on who they're around. You know what I'm saying? They try to prove something to friends or family who don't even have their best interests at heart, but they're stuck in the people pleasing mode, and it's killing their soul. Okay. All right. Tell me more, spirit. Sometimes I'm confused because I don't know how to make this right between us. Right. Right. Hmm. They don't know how to make it right between y'all because they too busy stuck in people pleasing mode, right? So your detachment is their karma. High Priestess, Six of Swords, Justice. You knew exactly what was going on with this person. You didn't miss nothing. Spirit guided you to detach. You didn't need revenge. Your silence was the closure. That's all you needed. Now, every time they spy on you or poke at your energy, they catching spiritual backlash. Spirit is kicking their ass. Kind of like I said, it's almost like they get slapped. Every time they provoke you or attempt to provoke you, they get a slap. This person is in emotional turmoil. And it's because of the peace you found. It's highlighting everything that they lost. You smiling, you enjoying life, and you not with them, and you not asking for them, not clamoring for their attention. It's tearing this person the fuck up. they, you know what I'm saying? Like if you ever, me and my cousin was talking today, right? And she's about 20 years younger than me. And she said to me, I said to her about family. I was saying how I wish certain family members would keep my name out their mouth. Honestly, just don't even talk about me. Leave me alone, right? And I ain't doing nothing to them. I ain't talking about them. And we were talking about one particular cousin may have shared something and was wrong. And I was like, yeah, she didn't even know what she was talking about. That didn't happen, blah, blah, blah. And, that cousin was like, we always keeping these things going and nobody wants to tell that this person said that and that person said that. I said, I in particular, I was telling her that her mom said, don't say something to a cousin, and I was like, yeah, that's easy. You know why? Because I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'll just be the villain. It's okay. And I was like, there's multiple, I was explaining to her, there's multiple phases in life where when you're younger, you keep your mouth shut because you're young and adults don't respect what you have to say. Then when you get older and become an adult, a little bit late 20s, early 30s, you start realizing, wait a minute, I can say something. Sometimes it's later for other people, right? I could speak my truth. I could say what I got to say. I could fuss you out and da 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 da. And then you tip into like middle age, your late 40s, 50s, or whatever, and older, and you don't even care to say anything. Like it don't even unnerve you. It don't trigger you to say much. And with the high priestess, six of swords, and a justice, you don't have to say anything. You know what I'm saying? And every time that somebody speaks bad on your name or tries to provoke you or whatever, they get that instant karma without you lifting a finger. That's a certain level of peace that it takes time and wisdom to even achieve. Okay? It definitely takes time. All right? Their obsession is your elevation. Basically, they're obsessed with your elevation, like I was saying earlier. Page of Swords reverse, the star, and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay? They're watching your glow up obsessively, but you're not giving them anything to feed off, right? No reaction, no drama, no competition, just you in your healed, aligned, elevated version of yourself. You're showing them exactly what they missed out on, not by trying, not by being. And spirit is confirming you are protected, you are untouchable. You are the one that got away. And a lot of people can't handle that. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what the bottom of the deck is. Yeah. Do you miss the old times we had? I do. This person is in regret energy. You know what I'm saying? They like, you know what? You don't miss me. Like you don't want me like I want you. You don't. But this person don't know how to express it because they come from such toxicity. I wouldn't doubt that you being the chosen one, a spiritual one, healed, more healed, has shared to them how they could do better, and they didn't. This person is a manipulative person that refuses to change. Spirit said refuses to grow. You know what I'm saying? Hit a star in the comments or the I'm sorry, in the chat. Let me know if this resonates with you. But this is somebody who cannot take the fact that you have growth. You know what I'm saying? You have peace, and it's without them. You know that they can't do whatever game playing mind fuckery that they do is not working on you. You know what I'm saying? And they can't take the fact. Let me see. Tell me more, spirit. You were supposed to be bothered by this person, spirit said. You were supposed to be so in this confusion energy. You were supposed to be wondering if they're ever gonna come back, if they're gonna make things right with you. And that's what they want, because they want to keep their hooks in you. They want to keep the mind games going, right? They want to make you jealous, right, with the third party. They want to declare public love to the third party and keep you on a back burner kind of energy. Thinking that, and that's why you've exited the situation, because this is somebody who couldn't love you in public. They couldn't love you out loud. And a lot of times Spirit said it's mainly because what looks like love or what they pretend to love with the karmic or the other person in their life is not love. This person don't know love. They know love through you. They know how it feels to have that unconditional feeling, is why they still want to keep getting some of that energy. But they don't know love. They don't know how to love themselves. Or else they wouldn't be seeking all that validation from other places. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Tell me more, spirit. Noonie, shut that door and put the thing up to it. Says I'm gaining the courage to change and walk away from what no longer serves me. Yeah, you know what? Spirit said this has been a song they've been singing because they know that that's what you require and you would want from them. They've been singing that for a long time and they ain't done none of it. If that was the case, then y'all would be together. But that's not what this person is about. You getting on my nerves, cat. I need the door shut. You need to shut the door then.
She's like, no.
Yeah. So no more games. Thank you. No more games. No more trauma bonds. Okay? We're not doing that. No more. That's this 9-9 portal, y'all. 9 is a very significant number to transformation. Endings, right? Things change with the 9. When we get to the 9, so the 8 is all about the self, but then the 9 is not only about the self, but what no longer serves us. We at the end of our rope with the 9s, because it's just before, it's like death right before the new beginning, right? So you have death. Excuse me, let me find that card. We have death and we have rebirth, right? The 9 is the death portion. It's where the endings occur. Okay. And then when we get to the 1s or the 10s, right? Because the 10s equal 1s, that's where the new beginning. That means it's total annihilation of whatever was holding you back, whatever was the problem. And then you have your new beginnings. Tell me more, spirit. This person is in that Six of Cups energy. They're very nostalgic over you. They feel like they have invested in you. But I feel like what they've invested is playing games. That this person doesn't know an investment if it smacked them in the face. Because their form of investment is the manipulation that they learn growing up. With whomever it was that they were with. You know what I'm saying? Your glow up is definitely painful for them to watch, and spirit has definitely blocked access to you. So if they may try, but like this person want to call you and probably call you from text now numbers and then choke up and don't say nothing because they know they still in chaos and conflict type energy. You know what I'm saying? They tried to replace you with the karmic or some third party, or they tried to make do with what they had, and it's not making them happy. It's actually making them apathetic and sad. See what I'm saying? Is making them apathetic and sad. This is not what they thought they were gonna have. A lot of them thought they was gonna have their cake and eat it too, but without the effort. Right? This person was easy, and the thing is, unconditional love will trick you. Somebody loving you, but not requiring you to do something for the love is very confusing from somebody who has to have transactional relationships. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how do I navigate? They don't know how to navigate that. Or at least they think they do. And that's when it turns into that manipulation that I'm talking about. Because I gotta do something and then you love me. And some of them need you to be angry with them. That shows them that you love them. If you get mad, if they are able to provoke some sort of emotion from you somehow, that means you care because they were dealing with a parent or somebody who's always angry, or that's the only time they gave them any attention is when they got mad at them. For them, that equal love. When it doesn't, and this is the energy that this person is coming from. This person could be charming. They even could be a little romantic, but spirit said this person lacks emotional tools. Again, you've shared with them because a person from that's coming, first of all, a chosen one, and somebody who's emotionally intelligent is going to school somebody how to love them. Like, listen, look, I don't like how you make me feel when you do X, Y, and Z. And it's up to this person to be mature enough to listen to your needs and then react accordingly. But this is not that person, y'all. This is the type of person that's going to give you opposite of what you want, to continue to create friction, to get that toxic love they think they want, right? When they really, really crave that gentle nurture that you really are. And it's sad because they want to create drama and rivalry and competition, thinking that's going to satiate them, but it exhausts everybody, right? And when you saw it coming, you was like, I'm not doing this. You're not getting ready to keep me locked down with nobody's bullshit and drama, right? You're not juggling me with indecision and emotional confusion. We're not doing that. 0% chance we're going to do that. You get what I'm saying? Third party interference, shallow connections. No. You had to pull it back. Your self-worth would not let you stay in a connection like this long term with somebody that this is all they know. This is what they come from. And your love, your unconditional love was taken for granted. This is the type of person will tell you, oh, I've changed, and ain't nothing different about them. They didn't do nothing different. This is somebody who would just whatever they got to do to keep you on the hook, they'll do that. But that's like the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? That this person is not mature enough to come out of that energy. It says, I watch you walk away and choose you. Now I want to do the same and be consistent. Yeah. This person will tell you what they think you want to hear. Okay? They will flatter you. They will tell you the best thing since sliced bread. And don't mean not one word. Because in their heart of hearts, you know what, this too, Spirit said that this type of person, when they grow up off this manipulation, they take out the pain of not having emotional connection on the person that's offering them emotional connection. They bleed on you, they cut you, instead of dealing with the person that caused the actual pain, because it's too painful for them to face. They'll do it to somebody that actually loves them. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let's pin that. Thank you, Cherry. You know what I'm saying? Tell me more, Spirit. I can't wait to tell you everything since we haven't spoken. So whoever this is that you're dealing with right now, or I'm sorry, not dealing with, whoever this is, you have not had contact with them for some time. Okay, this is somebody that, like I said, would ghost or come in and out of your life in some sort of cycle or some type of way that's familiar each time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's different, so you take it how it resonates. But maybe this person, you and this person go through it every 3 weeks, or you go through it every couple months, or every couple years. This person, soon as you look like you about to heal, here they come. Here they come, trying to see if they can still get back in there. If you still gonna give them the benefit of a doubt. If you still gonna give them a chance. And Spirit said, no, this 9-9 portal is opening eyes. Okay? You may not be paying this person no daily attention or whatever, but Spirit said your intuition is on 1,000 when it comes to this person. Whether they talking to you or talking to you through someone or someone else. Yeah. I was like, yeah, wait, Spirit said, correct that. Not who you dealing with. You ain't dealing with them. Now I had to fix that one. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, because here, I'm not letting you go, period. This is somebody who cannot, they can't handle the ending, right? This would give me, if I was pulling a tower right now, this would be giving me world card in reverse. Like, I'm not ready for this to be over. Like, I feel like I got another chance. I want to try this again, right? But that's not the type time you're on with this person no more, right? I feel like with this 9-9 portal, we're all coming to some endings and connections and situations, right? Like I told y'all before, people are moving out of situations, getting new landlords, buying property, moving out of state, moving out of the country. People are leaving jobs, starting new jobs. People are leaving relationships. You know what I'm saying? Starting new relationships. Like all kinds of things are happening. And it's gonna be one of those, well, things ain't gonna be the same as it was the last few years, or last 20, whatever. Things are changing, you know. And this person is like, wait, hold on, I'm not ready for this to end. I don't want this to end. But see, they're also not ready to end the foolishness, the immaturity. This person don't want to grow up. Okay, this person has arrested development and they not ready to grow up, so they trying to hold on to you for dear life. Because if you move on, they know, if they didn't understand, because of their immaturity, in the back of their mind they know there is no other you. They've never had anything like you in their life. There is no other you. So why they think it's okay to play, and not try better, do better to get themselves together, that's going to be their loss. Because this portal is going to solidify a lot of permanent endings for a lot of people. I know it is for me. Take it how it resonates. Don't like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell. Put a star. Put a smiley face. Put a heart in the comments if you resonate. In the chat, y'all. Thank you for coming. Tell me more. Yeah, my karmic family and friends don't like how blessed I am with you. They're jealous, right? So the people this person is people pleasing, right? Focused on, are literally jealous of how they are when they're with you. So this person is very different with you than they are around those people whose behinds they kiss all the time. They're not the same with them, and them people know it. And so those people feel some kind of way and they spit dirt on your name because of the fact that they're jealous. Because they don't have a you. But that person has a you. Meaning had a you. Let me keep reminding myself this is past tense. People spit dirt on your name. This person listened to the foolishness, those false narratives, right? And it cost them you because of the way they treated you. Okay? And then it satisfied the people whose validation they were seeking because now they don't have a you. Now, the arrogance and the pride and the ego of this person made them feel like they could treat you that way, but you'll still be around. So they thought. They thought they could treat you any kind of way and you would just stick around. Sucks to be there, bottom of the deck. I'm finally seeing the snakes in my life and I realize I'm surrounded. So all of a sudden, they somehow now know who you are and who them people are. A little too late, I'd say. Because like I said, this person, take how I resonate, play so many games. You would think that they'll sit there. You know how Monopoly can go on forever if you let it, right? You know what I'm saying? Somebody's able to maintain them buildings and skip over that rent and throw that dice right. You can play that game for a minute till you get down to the winner, right? So this person is determined to play games. And the thing, you know what's crazy though? If they just turn that energy into something positive, the same energy that they use to lie, sneak, and manipulate, if they actually just use that energy for good, they'd be a happier person. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be that hard. But what I'm getting is somebody just, they're so seeped in manipulation, lies, deceit, and being sneaky that if that's all they know, that's the first route that they take in any given situation. These are your cheaters, right? These are your playgirls, playboys. You know what I'm saying? Your 304s. You know what I'm saying? These are your F boys, F girls. People who think that everybody wants me. I'm cute, I'm handsome, I'm whatever. And people want me so I can go outside and just play games with anybody's heart. And it doesn't matter. And then they go around and they mess with a real one till they mess with that person and can't get them back. This person is not interested. You're not interested, soul tribe. You're not. Why would you want to be with somebody inconsistent, emotionally detached, playing games? One moment they here, they present, they passionate, and the next minute they gone dry. You don't know if they coming around, they giving you confusion. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be with you, I'm gonna be with you, or I'll be right back, or whatever. Thinking that they could put you on the shelf. You know what I'm saying? Leave you on the shelf and go do them. Spirit said, absolutely not. Not with my babe. Not with my chosen one. No. Because your person, unfortunately, had, we at this 9-9. And for some of y'all done passed the deadline. Like whatever deadline you set in your mind for this person got up until this point in time to get it right, they have missed their deadline. Some of y'all, I can't speak for everybody, would be open to somebody changing. But the likelihood of this person changing without getting help, because we talked about that last night, right? With the, whatever that deck was. We talked about that last night. If they wanted help, or you know how they say, if they wanted to, they would. Well, this person don't really want the help. They woulda, coulda, shoulda, but they don't really want the help. So if they wanted to, they would. They would have been changed. They would have been put in effort. Sometimes though, when you walk away is the only time people understand what you've been saying all this time. All of a sudden, when you get quiet, they actually hear you now. Why? Because you ain't talking no more. And they only got their memory to go on. And they remember when you shut them down. They remember when you sat them down and said, listen, um here's my requirements, or here are my standards. You're not meeting them, you're playing with me, and guess what, I'm not taking that anymore. And this person was like, yeah, I'm gonna do better, I'm gonna do better. Not. Didn't mean a word they said. You know, the audacity of people who think that they can just play with people's energy need to be studied a little bit more. Because I feel like, we already know there's a certain narcissistic element to people like this because they take for granted the people that are in their lives, right? But it's also wild how they think they can come back. That somehow you're their dummy and that they can continue to manipulate you indefinitely. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely mind boggling that they would just think, oh, okay, yeah, Soul Tribe Collective is going to be just rocking with me until, the wheels fall off. And anytime I'm ready to stop my foolishness with third parties, I can always go back to Collective. They'll open doors. Because some of y'all will love this person forever, but they are confused as to what love really means. And that is the biggest problem. If they understood that love don't mean taking all the time, that love means you also need to give. Love means you need to show up. Love is an actual verb, and it's not just a word you say. That you actually put energy into a person and into a situation that you claim you want, right? Love also means that you learn self worth so you can thrive. Huh? I don't even know what that say. What? I don't know what you're saying, girl. You gotta shorten the word for me because I can't read that right now. But listen, love is a verb, okay? And not enough people understand what that word, the vibration, the frequency of that word. You know what it is to? Oh, agreed. I'm sorry. Also, you know, when people don't understand the what love means, that's when they start playing with it like it's a little toy. They don't appreciate it. They have no gratitude for it. They pride and ego feels like, oh, if this person loves me like they say they do, they'll chase me. They'll jump all these hoops for me. They'll make all these concessions for me. Right. But then they don't offer that back. You get what I'm saying? And that's not acceptable ever. I'm gonna tell y'all a little quick Reddit story and I'm gonna let y'all go. So I clicked on a Reddit story today, and this one was crazy, but it's a family dynamic. So this woman, we'll call her Sarah. Sarah had a brother. I forgot what his name was. Anyway, let's call him Tony. Sarah and Tony are the children of Mabel and John. And Mabel and John are being taken care of by Sarah because Sarah not rich, but she works in tech, and she was able to manage her own expenses and the expenses of her parents, along with a rental home. So there was two homes she managed. The brother Tony lived in the rental home, and but he lived rent free. He was 32 and he never paid a bill in his life. So one day, she always took care of her parents' expenses. And one day, the mother asked her to take her to the attorney's office to settle some paperwork for the will. When only for her to discover by the attorney giving her the paperwork is saying that the parents were willing both houses to the son who never paid a bill. And she's like, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. So for the last, what was it, 5 years, I've been paying your expenses since your retirement, helping you out, making sure you're straight, paying for this, paying for that. And I can't be in the will, not even 50-50. And they're like, well, no, Tony needs a place to live. They just wanted to give everything to little old no having a job, think he an entrepreneur, nothing goes successful for him, Tony. I was like, wow, that shit crazy. So I was all into the story. So she was like, and you're serious? Like you that's yeah, she was like, yeah. So she dropped her mother off and she made a decision that night. Oh, if that's what we're doing, I'm done. And she decided she on the spot she went ahead and got on her computer and she started to deactivate all her monthly payouts for all their expenses. She said, if I'm not good enough for this legacy at all, and I've been paying the bills for the last 5 years, and my brother has done absolutely nothing, it might have been 8 years, but whatever, it was at least between 5 and 8 years, I'm done. And then she said she did something she never thought to do before. She calculated everything she paid for during that time frame, how much it was. And it was $237,000 she paid out for her parents' expenses. Y'all. So her canceling everything meant that they now had to live off of their little pension and their social security, which the mom never worked outside the house, so only dad had those things. Um, this also meant that whatever expenses she took care of for the brother, not taken care of, and the family, the extended family and friends all tried to at some point pressure her to reconnect and support her family after that because the parents start reaching out to everybody and begging for her support and she was like, no, I took care of y'all almost $250,000 and I can't even be in the will. You're gonna will everything to the good for nothing son that's done absolutely nothing for you, y'all. I was like, wow. So, she said her self worth really couldn't take it no more. Like she had been a dutiful daughter that took care of her parents because she felt like that's what she was supposed to do. Little did she know, within I want to say a month, the bank started to call because they weren't able to pay the mortgage on the second house. She didn't even know it had a mortgage. They didn't tell her that they took a mortgage out on there and that they had conned her into paying it by saying the taxes on the other house had risen. So she was paying a mortgage for 3 years. She didn't even know. And she said she did the calculations on that. $87,000 worth of tax, what she thought was taxes, she paid as a mortgage out to that house. The parents tried to bait her into, we'll take a smaller percentage, all these insulting things, and she finally just went no contact with all of them. She kept in contact with her therapist, and the therapist was schooling her like, listen, what you're doing is the right thing. I know it's hard, but how do you want to proceed? She was like, I don't want to deal with none of them. So she sent a lengthy email because she started getting phone calls from extended family members pressuring her to try to reconnect with the family and help them out. And she was like, no, they made their bed, they could lie in it. So she continued to keep her energy back, and then they started stressing over that next month. They's like, look, the foreclosure is gonna happen. The bank don't want to talk to us no more. They just gonna go ahead and foreclose. And then one day, I want to say within a couple weeks of that time, she received something in the mail from the bank. She know how she figured her parents gave off her information, but the bank reached out to her because they noticed she was the one paying the mortgage, and they said, you have a right to stop the foreclosure and claim the property, and here are the steps you would need to do that, what you would need to pay. So she went to the attorney, an attorney that her mom had said to her, and all my years of doing what I've do, with wills and estates or whatever, I've never seen parents do what your parents are doing. And I'm so sorry. He said, but as far as that house goes, yes, you have the first right to the property because you were previously the one maintaining the mortgage. So they want to give you the first right, and it would null and void any will because they are actually losing the estate and cannot manage it. So she said, "Let me think about it." And then she said, "All right." Once she found out what she had to do, she was willing to do it. She commandeered the house, put the brother out, hired a management company, cleaned it up, and rented it. So then the parents was like, "Oh, now he only has one house." She was like, "Y'all are ridiculous. Leave me alone." So throughout this whole ordeal was a woman who kept trying to make contact with her. Because anytime something happened to the mother, I think she's the neighbor, she would be concerned, like, your mother having panic attacks, this and that, this and that. But it took toward the end of this story um, for the mother to finally come to her and say, "You know what? We realize the errors of our ways." They actually kicked the son out of the house because they were like, "You good for nothing. You're a disappointment, whatever." They raised him like that, but all of a sudden he good for nothing or whatever. And in a lot of situations, the therapist was telling her there's a lot of situations where the parents will circle the wagons around the weak ones and support the weak ones and figure the strong ones don't need them, and they don't value their opinions, and they don't value their support the way they would if it was one of the weaker ones to do it. um so it got to the point where I guess the parents was so hungry they would penny pinching, going to the store according to the neighbor, and like, doing all these major calculations over yogurt. She was like, she would go to another store that's 50 cent less just to avoid paying 50 cent more. Like they was scraping the bottom of the barrel, digging in couch cushion for money type shit. And she was like, "Well, that's on them." So the mother comes to her by way of the neighbor, um, encouraging her to talk, and offered her the deed to the house that they were in. They said, "We don't want anything. We're not asking for anything." And she apologized. She sincerely apologized. And but the daughter was like, "I got terms though. Not only do I need an apology, but I need an apology in writing. I need you to spell out what you did to me because you try to defraud me. You know what I'm saying? You tricked me into paying a mortgage I didn't know I was paying. You defame me to everybody that would listen, that I'm a horrible daughter because I wasn't taking care of you anymore. But you had other people thinking prior to that you were doing just fine on your own. You were going to take my legacy away. You wasn't going to share because you wanted to give my good for nothing, who never had a job, burned through money brother, um, because he needed something, and you're fine." She was like, "Nope, because you don't value me, blah blah blah." So she made them apologize, but they willingly apologized. And then she thought about it, and then she said, "All right, here's my terms. I will let you continue to live in the house, and I will pay for any major things that need to be done to the house." She said, "But I'm not freely giving you an allowance and money like that. If anything, I'll give you $300 on top of what you have now for you to survive. That's it." And she said, "And if you invite the son back in there, this is a voided agreement. If you are not consistent in any way, or you belittle me in any way, or disrespect me in any way, this is null and void." She had another demand, null and void. And he's like, "Nope, this is more gracious than we could have ever hoped for." And they were sorry. She said, and after that, the relationship was very different, but they apologized and they said they learned the error of our ways. But one of the biggest takeaways they said they learned is that you put yourself first. She said all this time the parents have been teaching her self-worth and put herself first, but they were sending mixed messages because as much as they saying be strong, put yourself first, be a this, be that, don't be a coward, blah blah blah, they only wanted that to apply to everybody else. And for them, she was supposed to be their cash cow and their dummy. Yeah, she required. Yep, she required a confession. And you know, a lot of people. Yeah, I had a little girl this summer. Um, when kids would say "I'm sorry" after doing something to her, she's like, "Sorry for what?" And I'm like, "You go ahead, little girl," because an apology is not an apology without any change. And if somebody just say I'm sorry and then they tell you they sorry for everything, they may not even know why they sorry. Okay, okay. Um, they probably don't know what they're sorry for. To be quite honest with you, a lot of people say a lot of things. They talk a good one, right? When they want something from you, but they don't even know what the problem is. What issue you really have with them. Um, and that's not the first time I heard either that story or something very no, it was something very similar. It was a dude, but it's the case. It's the truth because I don't need me personally. I don't need nothing hollow from anybody. Like you don't mean what you say. Just save your words. Don't use them on me because you're not gonna be no different. We don't need to talk. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get my energy anyway because if I see you ain't different, then I'm gonna leave you the hell alone. That manipulation. Now, her parents were trying really hard to manipulate her, but she was not budging. She had blocked her number, sent an email to like 43 people. As a matter of fact, not only did she block them, then she changed her number. She kept her same phone, but she changed her number. And she ran into her brother at one point. He was a shell of himself. Her father had lost a lot of weight. Her mother was, she said, mom looked smaller, all in the span of a couple months because they took for granted that they had a good daughter that loved them enough to plug into them. Now, it's a, I don't know how you put it. If I can't really say it's a happy ending, but I can say it turned out better than it looked like it was going to be because they were remorseful for their actions toward her. I feel like they had a good talking to because the neighbor, when she first approached the woman, she would say, what the parents told her. But when the girl explained to her what was actually happening, she was like, "Oh my God, I didn't know it. I didn't know any of that. I didn't know that was happening to you. Oh my God, I didn't know you were taking care of everything. Wow." So it changed her perspective. Down there was family members that were like, "So that's your mother, that's your mother." But yet she said the one thing she noticed from all of them is that none of them were saying, "Well, how I would help," meaning personally calling her saying, "I'm helping your mom. Why can't you help your mom?" They're not offering any help. They just want to put it back on her. And um, yep, and their shit dried up. And that's what it's about, man. You know, you have to pull your energy back from manipulative, lying individuals. I don't care what kind of soul tie you got with them. Cut the fucking cord. Cut the cord. Let them go suck the mother. As we say, I ain't gonna say it exactly, but you know what I'm saying? Let them go suck on somebody else's teeth, their energy. Leave you completely out of it, right? Because when you entertain people who only pull from you but never give to you, you become that drawn out person. You become a shell of yourself. You don't know your left from your right, your up from your down. You can't even think straight because you're not being nourished at all. And then you drain. That's how a lot of people get sick, get cancers, get stressed out. Why? Because they let everybody suck from them. Spirit said you gotta let them type of energies go. And even I don't care what kind of bond you had with that individual. You when you finally get to that threshold of I can't do this no more, when you get to your 999 portal with them individuals, you cross that threshold, you realize, oh my God, what a weight, what a burden has been lifted. You feel literally lighter. Why? Because they don't trigger you no more. They don't harm you in any way. Like they can't get next to you, and they spirit has blocked their energy. They can't. Like I said, they'll call you from a text now number and then don't say nothing, not a word. Can't talk. Cat got the tongue. You know what I'm saying? They are not allowed in your energy. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all take it how it resonate. I just feel like, Spirit gave me an empowering message tonight about those toxic manipulators, those immature arrested development individuals who stalk, obsess, and all they want to do is manipulate you because they don't want to be healthy. You gotta leave them people alone. They throw it over there, sneak dissing, throwing subliminals, trying to put you in competition with people you don't care, you don't give no F's about. I peeped somebody doing that to me, and I'm like, really? So now all these people get from me, if now that they get it, they see a story, but they won't see me watching their story because I ain't. I don't care to see their stories on whatever those social media apps. If I come across them, I'm not I'm not interested what you got going on. I'm not. I stay far from it. I'm not clicking it. I'm not opening it. I don't need to know. So it's going to be completely one-sided because you don't get to have my attention, validation, or energy. You get what I'm saying? Let them go sort that out amongst themselves. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell. You know that's an energetic donation to the channel. Cost you nothing. And it is much appreciated. We need that. Keeps us going and growing. You know what I'm saying? Again, it don't cost you nothing but a click. Real easy. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it is appreciated, beloved. So I'm gonna let y'all go. Um, Make sure y'all comment in the comment section. Everybody give me a comment tonight, if you could, at the end. Or whenever this shows up, because I don't know how long it take. Go back on my old ones. Throw a heart in the comment section. You ain't even got to say nothing. Just throw a heart. Though that'll help the algorithms know that, people are watching the videos. Besides the views, it'll help us, know that y'all watching the video. I hope this message is helpful. This channel is built for healing, beloved. This is not for just, I'm not up here to give you the shits and the giggles. Now, if you laugh and we having a good time, that's fine. But the goal is for healing. And I hope that for all of our sakes that we're glowing, we're growing, we're thriving, you know what I'm saying? And we are abundant, happy. You get what I'm saying? So, love you guys. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.